Coronation Street favorite Mollie Gallagher has opened up about leaving the ITV soap as the actress prepares to end her 7-year journey playing Nina Lucas later this year. News of her departure was announced recently, with filming for her final episodes already complete. It was also confirmed that she has secured a leading role in the stage adaptation of The Silence of the Lambs, where she will perform alongside John Partridge. Speaking during an interview on This Morning, Gallagher reflected on saying goodbye to the long-running drama while looking ahead to her next chapter. Although leaving the show was emotional, she admitted she is excited to embrace a fresh challenge. She explained that she has never been comfortable with big changes and found filming her farewell scenes incredibly emotional. However, she also hinted that Nina's journey may not be over, saying she hopes to return one day because of her deep affection for the soap and its fans. Following the announcement of her exit, a spokesperson for the program praised Gallagher for bringing a distinctive and much-loved character to life over the past several years. They added that everyone connected to the series would miss her and wished her every success in her upcoming theater production. Gallagher also spoke about joining The Silence of the Lambs, the stage adaptation based on Thomas Harris's acclaimed 1988 novel. The story became world famous after its award-winning 1991 film adaptation, which earned 5 Academy Awards, including the prestigious Best Picture prize. The theatrical production is scheduled to tour venues across the UK and Ireland later this year, beginning with its opening performance at Leicester's Curve Theatre on the 1st of August. In the production, Gallagher will take on the role of Clarice Starling, the iconic character made famous on screen by Jodie Foster. Discussing the play, the actress described the experience as incredibly rewarding and said performing in theater has always been something she loves. She noted that such a legendary story naturally brings high expectations from audiences who are familiar with the film. Gallagher explained that while the stage version cannot rely on cinematic close-up shots like the movie, the live performance creates a completely different atmosphere. She said the cast tells the story through physical movement, expressive performances, and powerful vocal delivery, making the production a fresh and exciting interpretation of the classic thriller. Former Coronation Street actress Tracy Shaw has given fans an emotional update on her breast cancer journey after receiving the latest results from her treatment. The actress, widely recognized for portraying Maxine Peacock in the ITV soap, posted a heartfelt video on social media revealing that while there was encouraging news, her chemotherapy has not reduced the tumors as much as she had hoped. Speaking directly to supporters, Shaw explained that she had undergone ultrasound scans to check whether the lesions in her left breast had responded to treatment. Doctors also examined a lump she recently discovered in her right breast. She revealed that the newly found lumps turned out to be harmless cysts, which came as a huge relief. However, the lesions in her left breast had changed shape rather than becoming significantly smaller. Shaw admitted she had expected more noticeable progress after everything her body had endured during chemotherapy. She said she believed the treatment would have shrunk the lesions more than it had. The actress confirmed that she will now need several additional rounds of chemotherapy before doctors can move forward with surgery. She explained that the operation cannot take place until the lesions have reduced enough in size. Although the latest results were not what she had hoped for, Shaw remained optimistic and said she still believes better news could be ahead. She thanked everyone for their continued love, encouragement, and support throughout her treatment. Shaw first revealed her breast cancer diagnosis publicly in April, sharing the difficult news with followers in a video posted on Instagram. She explained that doctors had initially planned surgery within a couple of weeks. However, further test results confirmed she was HER2 positive, meaning her treatment plan changed to 5 months of chemotherapy before surgery could be considered. She also revealed that after the operation to remove the tumors, doctors expect to remove lymph nodes for further testing. Depending on those results, additional surgery may be required before she begins radiotherapy. Her latest health update prompted an overwhelming response from fans, many of whom sent messages of encouragement and prayers for her recovery. Several former Coronation Street colleagues also offered their support, with Sally Ann Matthews encouraging Shaw to stay strong, while Kim Marsh sent her love and best wishes as she continues her fight against cancer. Coronation Street's Maria Connor prepares for a tense confrontation with Sarah Platt as the fallout from Theo Silverton's murder continues to tear lives apart. Maria is furious after discovering that Gary Windus asked her to provide a false alibi for the night Theo was killed. Although Gary was not responsible for the murder itself, he became involved by helping Sarah hide the truth, leaving Maria questioning everything about their marriage. During the latest scenes, Maria decided she needed to speak to Sarah directly in the hope of finding a way through the growing crisis. Before leaving, she made it clear to Gary that her trust in him had been shattered beyond repair. She told him that regardless of what the police decided, the damage to their relationship had already been done and could not simply be undone. Gary insisted that Sarah was nothing more than a friend who needed support and denied having any romantic feelings for her. However, Maria refused to believe his explanation. She warned that his decision to protect Sarah would eventually have serious consequences and feared it could result in both of them facing prison. Feeling betrayed, Maria considered withdrawing her false statement to avoid being prosecuted for interfering with the investigation. Gary desperately urged her to think again, but she insisted that protecting her family had to come before protecting him. Later, a conversation with Summer Spellman gave Maria a different perspective on the situation. While Maria argued that Sarah had allowed Summer to become the prime suspect in Theo's death, Summer admitted she understood Sarah's actions because she had been trying to protect her son. After reflecting on Summer's words, Maria decided not to go to the police and returned home. Gary was relieved to learn she had not withdrawn her statement, but the tension between them remained stronger than ever. Maria admitted that any chance of repairing their marriage had disappeared. She accused Gary of risking everything because he was still in love with Sarah, leaving him devastated by the accusation. Gary dismissed the claim as ridiculous and insisted he had never imagined a future without Maria. His words failed to convince her, and she replied that he would have to accept the possibility of losing her. Struggling to know who she could trust, Maria concluded that confronting Sarah face to face was the only way to get the answers she needed. Before ending the conversation, she ordered Gary to spend the night sleeping on the sofa while she headed upstairs alone. The growing conflict now raises a major question. Will Maria's confrontation finally pressure Sarah into confessing the truth about Theo's death?